I bought something on AliExpress, so this way you don't have to. Or maybe now you will.
Kaiju, turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey there, collectors, it's Steven here, and welcome to another video where we kind of take a look at another SH Monster Arts purchase of something that I already looked at on the channel. And real quick, before we go forward, if you know, you know, I did make a purchase from AliExpress recently, and the if you know, you know part, this did come from China. I'm not going to show my shipping label, but if you know that this orange tape and the styrofoam, then you know this can be a trademark packing method for some retailers who are based in China, as I throw that behind me now. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring Godzilla 1972, who's going to be the subject of today's video, right back into frame there. So, if you are in the different corners of the kaiju collecting community, you may have seen over the last few weeks, months, not years quite yet, because he's not that old, folks have been saying that they've gotten a cheap, very affordable SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1972 from China, Hong Kong, AliExpress to be specific, and obviously there is going to be that stereotype that everything from AliExpress is a bootleg, right? It's a bootleg, but here's the problem. There are no known bootlegs for the 1972 Godzilla, and those who have posted it, it pretty much looks just fine. So, wanting to help you with consumer protection, I went ahead and did it. So let's go ahead and actually do a quick look just to kind of put it through the sniff test, if you will, and give you a little look-see. Are you able to sort of see if this is a bootleg, unofficial, a knockoff just from the box itself? And just doing a quick spinaroonie here, side-by-side pictures and comparisons. The box for my original one, it is buried away, but what I can tell you is just from a side-by-side comparison, spot on. If there's going to be any differences here, pretty much doesn't really matter, because printing for boxes has gotten so good these days. It is very difficult to tell if something is going to be fake just by the box. There are people who literally have a whole side hustle making custom boxes for SH Figuarts, Robot Spirits, so forth, that if a company wanted to run something under the radar, they could make good fake boxes look near identical to an original product. But these seal of quality stickers, right? These are ones that I've not really seen counterfeited yet, which aren't they kind of nonsensical to begin with? But that's a whole story for a different day. So just right off the bat from the box, everything looks fine. Right, so you can compare it to my original unboxing if you like, but just because of compression and so forth, it may look a bit different. So, taking a look at the figure through the window. This is where I think we have an origin story for this guy. We have a villain origin story. So this is going to be some B-roll footage here. We'll go ahead and throw it up. The reason why I did this is because I thought that I would have to make a return. There is something off if you take a look inside of the box. And literally, I mean something off. So when we go ahead and open up this guy and we play the game of what fell off of the Godzilla, spoiler alert, nobody's going to win because you already had a chance to see ahead of time for this one, okay? All right, so all the accessories are there. We do have the alternate damaged head, but if we are taking a close look, we are going to see that the back dorsal plate, which moves, which is known to pop off, is already off inside of the box. Now, that is not really an issue, so to speak, really at all, that it is off, because even like mine, come back to it, that always falls off, and others have had theirs fall off in the box when they got it in hand back when this first released. But what do I mean by that is sort of a tip-off to quality of the figure. Let's go ahead and open this guy up to take a closer look. I already know that it is in there because when you shake the box, I don't know if the mic will even be able to pick it up. Like, you can hear something rattling around. So I'm going to assume that it's the dorsal plate. You can already see there's some box damage. Like, it's kind of dinged up, which, I mean, came from China. So yeah. So I'm going to assume that with the dorsal plate popped off, that is the reason why it is on AliExpress. So there you go. There's the instructions. Everything's fine. Let's go ahead, slide our dude out here. Okay, so the reason that I took some B-roll footage there for me is if I needed to do a return, which I would have done because then, you know, it's missing parts. And that's the reason why it showed up on AliExpress, which would have confirmed my thoughts. So here's Godzilla. Okay, everything lines up 1 to 1. Let's go ahead and open them up. Okay. Nothing else fell off, which is amazing, and it is awesome. So here's the dorsal plate, which again, a non-problem. I don't even know if that's the correct way, but we'll just get that back on. All right. Take a look at that. We'll zoom in a bit. Treat this just like our normal unboxings a bit. Taking a look. Ooh, another reason why I got this guy. And then as well, what's with these MonsterArts and not having at least 90-degree bends at the elbow? Huh, who'd have thunk? Okay. Tail's a little loose, but that's okay. Here's the killer, right? Boop. Do these match up? 2, 6, 8, 4, 8, 6, 4. Yep. 1 to 1. Nothing else is missing on the one I got from AliExpress, which is the one on the left. Flashbanged ya. The alternate damaged head. Mouth opens and closes. Looks the same. I mean, the only difference between these two is just going to be standard variants with the paint. There is no difference. These are from the exact same production run. There we go. All right. So the reason that I took the plunge in this is because, yeah, there's a quality control issue with the right wrist that I really didn't know about until recently. It turns out that it can actually be stuck, and it's not, the joint actually isn't moving. The peg for the barbell is actually what is moving, and that is twisting and turning, and that is actually getting sheared, which is not something that you want for your action figure you're paying nearly $100 for, which that tax and shipping is what this one came out to. So MSRP. So why is this on AliExpress? Why is it so cheap when we already have the 1972 figure hitting the aftermarket? Here's why. The dorsal plate was popped off. Assumed quality control reject. That is my thought, not a confirmation. The reason being is there's a lot of quality control rejects that end up on AliExpress, and that can be just because there is paint shading that is off, which now that I'm looking at it pretty closer, this guy's got some more green around his diaper area, and the sternum paint is a bit more green. This guy looks a bit greener. Anyway, there could be paint application that is off, meaning missing some paint application. We could have missing or additional accessories that should not be there. You could just do a quick look in the box, and you could see that something is off, quite literally, and that does not get shipped out. So there could be a whole bunch of reasons for why there's a quality control reject, and what happens to them? They're to be destroyed. But if you have factories that, you know, aren't really buddy-buddy with the company, then those make it out the back door, giggity, and they end up on Chinese sales sites, or they end up on the market in China to be purchased. So that is more than likely what this is. Max Factory, that has happened with a whole bunch of Figmas. The other M Figma Samasaran, that happened with that one. Some Sonico Figmas, that did actually happen, at least it's a running theory, with the original Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from the Broly movie, where there were a ton of Figuarts from Bluefin Distribution stock that wound up on Chinese sales sites, AliExpress to be specific, and they were all legit, all the proper copyright stamps with the production run, north, south, east, west dots, everything was fine. So if you are looking to get an affordable, now that it's on the aftermarket, Godzilla 1972, it appears to be 100% legit. If you were to put either one of these in front of me, I couldn't tell you if you told me one was a bootleg, which one it would be. Actually, probably this one, because this wrist is about to break off. They both seem 100% the same, except for just general variances that can happen in a production run. So, thumbs up for those who are maybe missing out. I have an affiliate link in the description if you're looking to pick one of these up. Buyer beware, because like I said at the top, folks automatically assume AliExpress is nothing but bootlegs and unscrupulous sellers. You're gonna have to vet your seller a little bit, take a look around. I've bought plenty of stuff on AliExpress with no issues, all legitimate things, Beast Deity stuff, Kong Studio stuff, accessories and effect parts, whole kit and caboodle, everything's been fine. Now, if you are in a position where you have a wrist joint that's broken, or you want an alternate head sculpt, you want more than one of this suit to be displayed, I will say that we have Godzilla 154, who does make alternate replacement parts, different elbow joint, hand parts, head parts. Hit him up. I will put a link in the description as well. Plenty of cool stuff going on over there. He also painted up the Kujira head sculpts that I have from my MonsterArts Monsterverse Kong. Did a bang-up job on the paint, did a sort of in-between mixture for all of the Wingard Monsterverse Kongs, all the paint jobs that we have there in the SHMA line. So, yeah, that is about it. It's a bit long, but I hope I helped maybe preemptively answer some questions for you. Moral of the story is, this AliExpress Goji appears to be legit, and actually, now that I'm looking at him a bit more, I like this one just a teeny bit more than I do my original one that I got for my review. The joints seem a little bit looser in the hips, but you know, whatever. Let me know your thoughts. You know, do you really care about this? I'm not going to do super duper fancy photography here. Just the way that they look. Here's going to be the main comparison with the paint, the eyes and the teeth and so forth. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Drop them in the comments down below. Thank you again for watching so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good 2025. The year is off to a start indeed. I will catch ya in the next video.